It is Monday, May 25th, 2020. We are here in this quarantine, and I'm James Sims. And for this installment of The Elite, I'm going to do a player profile on a 20-year-old left or right winger from England, from London, England, Jadon Sancho, who currently is the number 7 for Borussia Dortmund, the second most dominant soccer organization in Germany in the Bundesliga. So basically gonna get into this kid by just kind of giving you a little bit of background. So he grew up in London. He's originally came up in the Watford youth program, moved to Man City youth, and then from the Man City U18 squad, he was signed by Borussia Dortmund in 2017, and he has grown into one of the best young players in all of soccer. And currently, he's setting his place as one of the greatest playmakers in all of soccer. In his 37 appearances this season, he's been able to score 17 goals and set up 20. He had 37. He was a part of 37 goals and 37 appearances, which I think is incredibly impressive considering what he's done with his team. And currently, he is valued at upwards of 117 million euros by any team that really wants him. And I think that's incredibly fair. He's only 20 years old, and he's one of the few players in the Bundesliga who has double-digit goals and assists, the other being Thomas Müller of Bayern Munich. And because in the Bundesliga alone, he is responsible for 17 goals, or he has 17 assists on the season and 14 goals in 25 appearances. And he's just been a young player that he's been really, really fun to follow. He's been linked to possibly signing with Liverpool, Manchester United, Bayern Munich, because people are uncertain as to whether he is leaving Borussia Dortmund. But also, this was the story before they got Erling Braut Haaland, the striker for Borussia Dortmund that I made an elite profile on quite literally yesterday. Jadon Sancho is one of the more controlled forwards. He's incredibly smart. He's incredibly gifted, athletically gifted. He's very smart. He's very intelligent. He understands spacing. He can make almost any pass. And he's fearless. He's one of those young players that's fearless. He knows how good he is, and he knows that he knows that if he gets transferred or if he gets re-signed by Borussia Dortmund, he's going to be making a lot of money. He is one of the young players that I believe will be one of the world's best. I don't know if he'll be top 5, but he'll definitely be a top 10 player. I look forward to watching him playing for England in international matches. And if he decides to leave and join another top-tier program, I completely would understand. If he decides to go home in England, or if he decides to play in the best team in the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich, we have no idea. But Jadon Sancho is a player I kind of got into a bit recently because I like how he works with Erling Braut Haaland. He needs really, really incredible teammates to set up, and he does have Marco Reus. And he did work a bit with Christian Pulisic. But I like this pairing of him and Haaland, and I really doubt that Jadon Sancho would leave Haaland this early, or at least he'd wait until Haaland left. But for right now, he's one of the staples of the Borussia Dortmund team, and I think without him, they're not as strong. And Erling Braut Haaland isn't this dynamic as a scorer without Jadon Sancho at least making some plays. He's, like I said, he's the player that gets down and dirty. He'll set players up in a way that not many others can. And I simply believe that Jadon Sancho is a player that you just have to see for yourself to believe, to see how well he works with his teammates, how intelligent of a playmaker he is, to know how to make one defender go one way and get his teammate into the exact right spot. And he's amazing pinpointing those passes. The only comparison I'd probably make to him, I think he plays like Thomas Müller when Thomas Müller was a little bit younger. I think he's in better athletic shape, but I think they're both incredibly smart, and they're both space interpreters that can understand and the feel of the game better than others, and they're able to find the little crevices which they can sneak the ball in to to score for their team. I think he's properly valued, but I think he's a little underrated Whereas he's definitely worth that money, but I think more people should talk about Jadon Sancho. He is 20 years old and doing this in the Bundesliga, which is probably a reason he wants to leave. If he wants to go to the Premier League and do the same thing, I wouldn't disagree with that decision. But at the end of the day, he's a very, very good player, one of the league's best, and even though he's younger than I am, I definitely have enough confidence in saying that he is one of the best athletes in the world, and I can stand by that. His coordination, his skill, his intensity, his IQ, it's above the normal professional player, and that's why I think he belongs in this list. If you get a chance to, if you're watching a Bundesliga game or if you're watching England play internationally, get a chance to watch Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho can make almost any team better, and that's why I have him in this elite. That's why he's elite. And with that, I'm gonna sign off. Peace.